something done about the illegal alien problem. It is neither wise nor realistic to round up millions of people. It is bold men and women yearning for freedom and opportunity. These are good people, strong people. Part of my family is a Mexican. I don't want to see a whole thing of 6- and 8-year-old kids being made, one totally uneducated and made to feel that they're living outside the law. I think the time has come that the United States and our neighbors, particularly our neighbor to the south, should have a better understanding and a better relationship than we've ever had. Rather than making them or talking about putting up a fence, why don't we work out some recognition of our mutual problems, make it possible for them to come here legally with a work permit? Some in this country argue that the solution is to deport every illegal immigrant, and that any proposal short of this amounts to amnesty. I disagree. There are differences between an illegal immigrant who crossed the border recently and someone who has worked here for many years and has a home, a family, and an otherwise clean record. I believe in the idea of amnesty for those who have put down roots and who have lived here, even though some time back they may have entered illegally. We saw again the pioneer vision of our revolutionary founders and our immigrant ancestors. Many undocumented workers have walked mile after mile through the heat of the day and the cold of the night. Some have risked their lives in dangerous desert border crossings or entrusted their lives to the brutal rings of heartless human smugglers. When they're victimized by a crime, they're afraid to call the police or seek recourse in the legal system. They're cut off from their families far away, fearing as if they leave our country to visit relatives back home, they might never be able to return to their jobs. They believe in the American dream, and over they make it come true for themselves, for their children, and for others. They give more than they receive. They renew our pride and gratitude in the United States of America. I'd like to see something done about the illegal. What is happening in the United States? Former presidents, George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr., President Gerald, and President Jimmy Carter, President Ronald Reagan, all weighed in. They recognized that America is an immigrant country. What is changing and what is shifting? America, America, America. We love you. May justice reign in this land. Good evening, watchers from the United States, Africa, and around the world. My name is Smart Madu Ajaja, and the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN, and the Nightingale Radio International from Houston, Texas, United States of America. I woke up with pains in my heart this morning. Hey, Otragama, shout out to you. Good evening. How are you? Where are you tuning in from? Yeah. Our hearts and prayer are with those non-criminals. Our hearts and prayers are with those who lived here and we are law-abiding, not getting into trouble, but caught in this firestorm that led to this ongoing mass deportation here from the United States of America. Listening to 4 Republican presidents
George Bush Sr. and Jr., President Gerald, and President Ronald Reagan, all recognizing that the United States, affirming, not really recognizing, affirming that the United States is indeed an immigrant country, making references to their ancestors who came here and described them appropriately as immigrants, touched my heart like it never has been. I weep and bleed that we are at this moment now. The question is what shifted? What has changed? Why are we where we are right now? The world is going through a really serious, difficult time. I don't know, everywhere, from Africa to Asia, North, Central, South America, everything is changing. Things are happening everywhere, things we've never dreamt about before are happening. What kind of dynamics are we seeing? Are we experiencing across the world? From Africa to Asia to everywhere. One type of trouble or the other. How are we going to settle the world in a manner that the world will be peaceful and a better place for us to live in? Why is the world being pulled so much apart now? Yeah, there got to have to be an understanding. And deeply, deeply saddened by families who are violently separated and the pains associated with it. Coming to the United States, for many people, majority of the people who come here, is like going to heaven to experience access to opportunities. This is a land of opportunity. This is a land with a lot of things to give to people who come here and for them to contribute their own quota while they are here. I don't know what's going on. I wish I knew the full details of what's taking place. One can only hope that things get better. I wish there's anything anyone can do to slow this whole process down so we can get to the point where only those people who deserve not to be here are sent out of this land. Yes, this is troubling. To my brothers and sisters who have been sent back to Africa, our hearts are with you. And we will not stop shouting, speaking, yelling when necessary, and doing all we possibly can to make sure that Africa rises up so we can take control of our destiny and build our continent in a manner that we don't have to struggle to get out. Our ancestors who came here were chained down here against their wish. But the whole thing has changed now. We scramble to come. Some of us make it here. When we get here, yes, we have those access to opportunities that are lacking at home. The same thing, someone coming from India, coming from Australia, coming from Germany, coming from everywhere on earth to meet this great confluence of opportunities. We can only pray and hope that situations don't get worse in the various countries of origin from where we migrated here. This land is a great land. There's no doubt. This land goes through a lot of metamorphosis. This land shrinks and expands to create more access to opportunities to people, for people who come here. People come here as nobodies from their various countries and put their hands on doors of opportunities and transform and live better lives and work hard to create more opportunities to develop and help build a system. To wake up one morning and so suddenly that it is over can be so painful. Yeah, it hurts. But I tell you who have left, never give up. That's the reason for this message. Never give up. You gotta keep on fighting. Get back to where you left off and pick it up again. The world is full, is dynamic. It grows and changes. Situation changes. Your situation just changed. My situation can change. Anybody's situation can change, including the situations of those who may be celebrating, those who go extra miles doing all these situations will ever change. No condition is permanent. Take what happened to you in strides and set out again on the mission to succeed. Not looking back. Take this as inspiration and never allow it to become a frustration. Convert the frustration into inspiration. Who knows what? And that's why I told you that no condition is permanent. Your condition may change for good. God has ways of working miracles. It could be a miracle for many of us. Yes. Never give up. Never give up. Never give up. Remember the spirit of the hard work that you took away from here. Continue in that stride. And everything is going to be all right. 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 I thought that I reached out this morning to you to share with you in your difficulty, especially those who were crime-free, those who did not come here to hurt anybody, those who did not come here to take undue advantage of the system, those who did not come here to defraud the system. Yes, our hearts are with you. Our prayers are with you every inch of the way. Do not forget your families. Some of you were separated from your families. Do not forget your families. Be in touch with them and convert this frustration into inspiration. With the Almighty God, all things are possible. You may be surprised that your removal from here would be that platform that you needed, that bus ride that you needed to your destiny. So don't despair and don't give up. Good morning from here. And I love you. Bye for now.